I really wanted to take this final assignment, of putting together my 6.5 minute summary of my experiences with this class. I kind of wanted to just take a look back at the things that I did do, because it felt like a lot, and I felt like constantly volunteered, my time, and I always had my camera ready to go. But at the same time, I felt like I could have done a lot more, and I think there's so many stories that are left to have yet to be told that I'd like to dive into more. Just with the forward step photos, I mean, these photos made a huge impact, and it was just an overall, documentation of being able to see how the Forward Steps program works, who are the characters, who are the people in the community that are there, the ones that are in need, but at the same time, they're, regardless of whether they're in need or, they're just there for support for other people. It's such a community event, and I think the fact that I picked up on how close-knit everybody was, and how truly meaningful the event was, I think it shined through my photos, and the fact that they did make, the impact that it did, and they got the response that they did, was because I think I took the time to really dive into a part of, our food system that maybe not a lot of people know about. I didn't know that there were so many kids at this program. And so I know I have really great, awesome, powerful photos of little girls and boys lining up to get plates full of spaghetti and limp lettuce and things like that. But, the fact that we were also there to volunteer our time shows that, as storytellers, we are a part of the process. We're human beings. We remain objective in the fact that, we tell fair and truthful stories, but we have to buy into the emotion. We have to be able to take those walls down and let our guard down and open up to other people, and to be able to see all the great things that are happening in our community. And I think that starting the semester off by going to the Forward Steps program and having my camera and being able to document what I did, I think really set the bar. I know that after that, I really wanted to take time to do a long form story on a family who is in poverty, and unfortunately, that's not the direction that I ended up going. But I was able to do a lot of other great things, like see people from an international class. International students were at Second Harvest volunteering and sorting out potatoes, and I think that is awesome because I've been to Second Harvest, and I've volunteered a lot there, and I knew that when I went in with Kate that, it would just be about seeing the people that were there. It wasn't about maybe necessarily what they were doing, but, why they were doing it. Why were they there? And granted, we were only there for a little bit, and I know Kate did a lot of the interviewing, but, these photos for something so ordinary as sorting potatoes and being in a green kind of warehousey vibe, where it's really, harsh lighting to take photos of, I really had a great time. And again, these were people that I was able to touch and connect to that I might not have otherwise been able to had it not been for this class. So it's little things like that I think really demonstrate how, as storytellers, it's our responsibility to go beyond the surface and not just, take people sorting potatoes as people sorting potatoes, as silly as it might sound, find the meaning, find the power in something as mundane, as ordinary as that. And I think that's what I challenged myself to do this semester, not just with this class, but in general, because storytelling can be easy if we take the time to really dive into what the story is. And I know with photos it's hard because I get so anxious and I just start shooting things without really thinking about, well, what do they mean? What's the purpose? What do I want to communicate in my photos? So I think that just finding the ways in which we can make our stories unique and powerful is a challenge, but it's something that I think that we're up for as long as we recognize, that we have to involve our community as much as possible. It's really about the community. It's not about us. It's not about our success. It's about how we can tell the stories that remain untold. And not even stories too, just being able to communicate messages. So when I did photograph, my fruit as fast food, I was just trying to emulate how, again, the power of food, how it connects us, how we can be happy with it. So little things like that made a huge difference, and it's more fun and upbeat, and I think that's another aspect of storytelling. And the people are what matters too. So when I met Karen, it was only for a little bit, but I didn't know much about her. So when I took her picture, I got to have some insight into her role in our food system and how her carts have helped people grocery shop. And it's, again, without this class, I don't think I would have been able to make that connection. And I definitely wouldn't have been able to document kids at a barbecue and somehow get, tremendous photos of something, again, that, we've all been to. We've all been to barbecues. We've all been to those kinds of things. But when you try to look through it in a different lens, which is what storytelling is all about, is trying to show the perspectives of others and to try to describe different perspectives that are unlike our own, you really have something meaningful and powerful to show for it. So I think overall this class has really provided me the opportunity to understand, how fun this lifestyle is. It's, to me, it's not a job. It's my life, taking pictures of people and places and trying to somehow make an impact and make meaning and power out of the things that we experience in our lives. We're all trying to grapple with life, and I think that the way I do it is through photography. So I'm thankful that this class opened me up to people in the community and helped me shed some light on people's lives and people's stories. And I hope that, beyond this class, I can look back on our book and these photos that I produced and smile, knowing that I touched so many people in our community and that I was able to truly make a difference. And for that, I'm really grateful, and I'm glad I took this class.